Alright boys, today we're going to talk about Gyfin. Gyfin is an in-game grinding spot in Black Desert Online where you need quite a bit of gear in order to grind. This place is very good money once you get the gear to be here. It is fairly efficient and it is the best EXP in the game at the moment. What you need to know about this place is what we're going to cover today. I'm going to go over it fairly quickly as I don't want to bore you guys to death. We have three different bosses here. There's the purple one over here, we have the red one over here, and we have the blue one over here. Once you go in combat with them, they get a name above their head so you can see the color of their name, and they also get a glow so you can see the color on one of them. It is so you can see if you get the blue buff, you kill the blue one, and if you get the purple buff, you kill the purple guy. Alright, and same with the red one. What you need to know is that these mobs here, they have a few mechanics, not very many. Let's start out with the blue one. The blue guy here, he has a mechanic. This guy is all about cone attacks in front of him. It goes from around here and to around here, and then in a circle like this. It's fairly big, so once he does attack, you need to go to the back of him to avoid the damage because it hits quite far. Even as a ranged character, you go to the back also for the back attacks. Back attacks here is everything, so go to the back every time he swings his weapons. If you're too slow at killing this guy, he has another mechanic. It's like a big red circle on the ground. You basically just have to go out of it, and that's basically it. That's all there is to the blue guy. Then there's the purple one over here. He is a spellcaster, the most squishy one of them all by far. He has a big red circle on the ground that you gotta get out of. These two ads here, this one and this one, is also having a red more cone in front of them that's gonna come out. You gotta dodge. The big one is coming like a second before the two small ones, so I usually wait for the big one, and then I wait like one more second for the small red circles as well to come out, and then I'll go to the back of this guy. He's dying very quickly, as well as the other bosses. If you kill this boss too slow, he's gonna get a big red circle on the ground. You gotta get out of him. This boss over here is a big, he's like a tank. He's hitting very slowly, but he has some surprise attacks sometimes where he swings his weapon a lot faster than he normally does. What you gotta do basically is that you just gotta go to the other side every time he swings that weapon. There's no red circles on the ground unless you kill him too slow. If you kill him too slow, there's gonna come a red circle, a huge red circle on the ground with a little tiny area you can stand in. It's like a triangle that you can stand in. And again, try and dodge it. That's basically the mechanics. Then once in a while, when you kill one of these bosses, you get a color. You get a buff for a minute. This buff is going to give you increased damage against one of the bosses. Basically, let's say you start with this one. It doesn't matter where you start. This is the purple guy. Let's say you kill the purple one first. You kill the purple guy. He's going to give you a buff for a minute. That buff is going to allow you to do increased damage against one of the two others. You can see it on the screen right here, right in the middle of your screen, which color it is. One thing to notice is that a boss can spawn here. He's called the Butcher. He spawns in the middle somewhere around here, around the pillar, and he is a boss that once he spawns, the three bosses here is not going to come alive, but once you kill him, you get a yellow buff. That yellow buff increases your damage against all of the monsters here by a huge amount. It's kind of like an Elvia weapon. And once you kill the Butcher, all of these bosses here is going to come to life, and you're going to kill them all at the same time. This is a dangerous place. If you don't have enough DP for it, it is really scary, especially at nighttime. But what it does, it increases your trash significantly because you can kill them all at the same time, and it gives you a yellow buff for 1 minute. That yellow buff is overwritten as soon as you kill one of the others. Once you kill them all, they reset, and then you kill one pack and you get overwritten that buff. But if you are a class like mine, like a ranger, you can kind of keep that buff for a while and increase your trash loot a little bit more. What you do is basically, once you get the yellow buff, you go to one of the bosses, doesn't matter which one, and then you get it very low HP, and then you kill it with your iframe. And then you keep on iframing for like 4 to 5 seconds after it. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's like 4 to 5 seconds. Usually what I do is I kill the boss with an iframe, and then I iframe all the way to the next boss. And then once I get to the next one, I still have that yellow buff because you can iframe the new buff, and therefore you need to watch out for your buff on your bar, as you need to get a new buff before that yellow buff is over. That means you kill the Butcher, you get a yellow buff, you kill one of the packs, doesn't matter which one, and then you iframe through the next pack while you still have the yellow buff. spam that iframe as long as you can, and then kill the next one because you're gonna keep that buff up. And if you kill the next pack again, and you again kill it with an iframe and you keep iframing, you can keep the yellow buff for another pack. Another thing to take notice is there is different pillars in this area, and this one here is one of the first one you're gonna run into. It is quite big. It is not good that it's big because you see these small ads here. This little guy, this little fella, he's spawning with every pack here. So there's one here, and one here. There's 3 to this pack here. So this guy here, he has 3 of these small mobs to him. This one over here has 3 too, and this one over here has 3 as well. I killed them though because I'm standing over here, and let's say you aggro this guy over here. These mobs can spawn all the way down here. They can spawn all the way back here. And if you aggro here, you are not going to pull these monsters into you. And that's why you're not going to kill these small ats, and that means you're going to get less trash loot an hour. So the less space there is, the better. Good example is this one up here. I cannot quite see it from here, but there is one up here. It is rather small, and you can see the mobs is here, here, and here. Now, if there was more space, maybe these mobs would have spawned down here. So once you take the aggro from the boss over there, you might not get these mobs with you. But it's tiny, so the area is super small, and that means once you pull anything up here, you're gonna pull them all. So if you alright, so I'm gonna kill one of these mobs here. You can see the red circles on the ground here. I go out of it, I dodge it. This is the first guy, so my damage is gonna be lower than normally because I do not have a buff yet. So you can see all the red circle is gonna come out on the ground. You're just gonna go out of them, go to the back of him to get back attacks, to get more damage off. Now I'm gonna wait here a little bit with killing him so you can see what happens if you're too slow at killing him, because there is gonna be a bigger red circle on the ground. There it is. There's a circle on the ground. It hurts a lot. You can see my health here is dropping like crazy. I'm gonna kill this boss so I can move on to the next one. I get here, you see the red buff that I got here for a minute. You can see it down here in my bar, which means I need to kill this one because he's the red guy. I engage in him. You can see that little glow on him is there. His name is red as well. He swings his weapon like that, super slow. So basically I just jump to the side every time he do, and then he turns around, swing the weapon super slow again. I go to the back, and then you can see in a minute I am too slow at killing him. So you can see the big red circle he gives you. I'm gonna wait with killing him so we can see it. Basically, keep on dodging him. His attack is very, very slow. Now it's gonna come. You see, there's a little triangle here I can stand in safety. But apart from that, this mechanic really, really hurts, so you gotta dodge it. Now you see I killed him. I got the blue buff here, which means I need to engage this guy here. And again, he is fairly slow. His patterns is super slow, just like the red guy. And it is a lot more cone attack. You can see it in the air once he swings that weapon. I'm gonna block this one. You can see it in the air that he swings his weapon, that it is kind of a cone attack, and if you don't dodge it, he's gonna hurt on you quite a bit once you're too slow at killing him. I'm gonna wait here. You see there's coming this circle here. You're gonna get out of it because it really, really hurts. Every time, dodge it. If you don't go out of the red circles in this area, you're going to die. Now I got the purple one, so I go on the purple. Rinse, repeat until you get the butcher to spawn in the middle. Basically, that is the mechanics here in Gyfin. I hope it somewhat helped. I tried to explain it fairly quickly, and if you got any questions, you can always come to my Twitch whenever I'm live there, or you can ask me in the comments. So good luck with the grind, fellas. You can get quite a bit of money here if you have the gear and you have it under control. This place is one of those places where once you learn the patterns, it's a lot easier. Once you start out, it's quite hard, but the more you're here, the easier it becomes, and in the end, you can almost do it asleep. So good luck with it. Take care. Oh, look at the EXP, boys. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Is it 1 pack? Is it 2 packs? Who knows? Never mind. It's not even a pack. Hey, boys, we did it. Hey. Hey, we did it. I can't lose EXP. I don't care.